It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one under the lights on Sunday night.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Brandon Gunn, Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win, and I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watch some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson: wins and losses.
The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And Carr continues to produce good numbers on paper. He completed over 68% of his passes last season while also throwing 25 touchdowns to just 8 interceptions. But as impressive as those numbers are, the numbers he's seeking, big numbers in the playoffs. And we expect him and his team to be back in the playoff mix when January rolls around.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And his throw is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
To throw, it's Carr. Into the hands of Perry, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Perry. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. His throw incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
And Nick Bosa does it again. Clearly one of the most consistently disruptive defenders in the NFL. Recorded double-digit sacks in each of the last 3 seasons.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
So on 4th down, on is Lou Hedley to punt for New Orleans. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now the 49ers getting ready to go on offense, and it's the Pro Bowler Brock Purdy at the helm in his 3rd NFL season now out of Iowa State.
And the great story of Brock Purdy continues. Had he been drafted in the 1st round, I think people would be singing his praises to the skies, but for whatever reason, people can't let go of the fact he's Mr. Irrelevant, and they don't give him the credit he deserves. He is not just a system quarterback. He's a guy who enhances his team. Not just along for the ride, he's the one steering the ship. And without him, their ceiling significantly drops.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Purdy now to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Purdy from the gun. And that is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. Now Carr completes it to Perry. On the move past the 40. Still going. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. Touchdown, Saints! Alvin Kamara, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. A CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 31-yard line.
Purdy bootlegging it. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes. Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trade in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Delay of game, offense.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now Purdy. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he's taken down here by the Saints. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Perry. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Carr going to throw. There's Chris Olave. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Carr. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Second down and a little more than a yard here. In motion left goes a tight end. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Carr to throw again. Olave over the middle. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. Kamara try the right side. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And it's caught. Touchdown! Chris Olave. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Groupie for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Niners set to take over on offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield, because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position, no one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
Out of the gun, Purdy. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Carr. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 34.
34 yards. And the Saints first down.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr now to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Play action. Now it's Carr. Again, it's Johnson. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now Carr again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
The line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Carr. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Here's Groupie for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So that drive 7 plays in length. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Purdy. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. 1 second, all that remains. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Throwing here, Purdy. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Now Purdy. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Purdy. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers. But only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, having a partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
In motion goes the tight end. Shotgun now with Purdy. This is Jennings. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Back to the ground attack here is McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 2nd down.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Purdy from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. The Saints offense and Derek Carr ready for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now Carr. Olave holds it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep, ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Carr going to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
To throw is Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now a play fake. Carr. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
So after the field goal, back out his groupie to send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Play action, now Purdy. And this is caught, Jennings. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers! George Kittle, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And it is good. That cuts the lead now to 11, 24-13 our score. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. 2nd down and 8. Purdy looking to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Back to throw. Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's Carr to throw. He stiff arms him. Back to Kamara for another catch. And Kamara's going to have a Saints first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And that flag accepted.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Carr now to throw. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Purdy and the Niners down by 8. 1:52 to play. They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well.